Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Much respect to the brothers that are out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth. Peace and salutations to the Akim and Akwaf that might be listening to this lesson. This is your brother Abad Yabah, coming through with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of my lesson is The Truth is Not Up for Debate. Now, debate is defined as argue about a subject, in this matter, the truth, especially in a formal manner. So we're not to debate this truth. We're not to argue about it. This is something that is given to us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we're just supposed to spread the word. We're supposed to plant the seed and not debate or argue with someone, whether it is, up to their standards or for them to make them understand or not, because only the Spirit is going to allow them to understand it. Our job is to, put forth the truth and plant the seed. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the scriptures, and it reads in Proverbs 18 and 13, he that answereth a manner before he hear it, it is folly and a shame unto him. So some people are going to, before they even hear the truth, they're going to, scoff and mock about it. So like I said, our job is to put forth the seed, plant the seed, and if it grows, that's someone that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has desired for them to get it. If not, we're not supposed to, sit there and argue with someone and debate with them about whether this is, the word, the true word or not. Because we know through the spirit and power that we have the true word. And that's something that's not up for debate. We're not going to debate anyone about it. In Acts 19 and 9, it reads, it says, but when divers were hardened and believeth not, but spake evil of that way before the multitude, he departed them and separated the disciples, disputed daily in the school of Tyrannus. And this is when Paul was teaching, and some was just rejecting it, basically scoffing and mocking about it, and not desiring to receive it, and rejected it. So he left, and he took those that believed with him. So we're not supposed to debate with anybody. We're not trying to make anyone believe it. This is a gift from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is a blessing that we have the Spirit upon us to have this truth. Why would we want to debate or argue with someone that does not want to receive the gift? We're not those people. We're not going to try to give you something that you don't want. We're only told to plant the seed. Once again, in Romans 14 and 1, he says, him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful I'm going to mess this word up, but I'm going to do my best. Disputations, so we're not, and disputations is basically, trying to, debate with them. We're not trying to debate with someone, especially someone that is weak in the faith. They're believers, but they're weak in the faith. So it's soon come for them, to basically get it or not. What I'm saying? They believe, but they don't have the faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that they should have. So we're not trying to argue with them, what I'm saying, about, what's right, what's wrong, what I'm saying, in this truth. What I'm saying? We're going to continue to do our job. And our job, once again, is to plant the seed and prayerfully, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully those that receive it, you know, will continue to grow in the faith. And those that don't, that's not our job to force them to do anything, because when Yahushua was here, he was not forcing anyone to receive this truth. And that's why, you know, he spoke in parables. You know, some was to get it, some was not. You know, he didn't debate anyone. He didn't come to anyone and try to force them, you know, to have this truth, because it's once again, it's a blessing. So we're not going to debate it. We're not going to force anyone, you know, and we're just thankful that we have it. And we're hopeful, you know, that those that Yahweh Shem Yahshua desired to have it, that there are sealed, because we know that the prophecies are coming about, you know, 100-fold. They're being, you know, fulfilled as we speak. And so Yahweh Shai is soon to come back. So we're doing our job. We continue to bring forth the word, and we're prayerful that those that already receive it and those that are to receive it, that are just getting it and working and doing their job with it. You know, we're not debating. We're not going to go to anyone and try to, you know, make them or convert them or make them believe, you know, something that should already, you know, be received from, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. If they don't receive it, you know, our family members, our, you know, past friends, whatever the case may be, we you know, we speak the truth, speak the word, and if they don't receive it, then we just dust our feet off. And Matthew, you know, 10:14 says, you know, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake the dust off of your feet. So that's what we do. We don't debate. We just do what we're supposed to do, you know, with it. And prayerfully, you know what I'm saying, we are doing our job well. In 2 Timothy 3:16, it says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given us, you know, the scripture, given us the truth, you know, and it's for us to teach, you know what I'm saying, what is true, and for us to live our lives according to the scripture, you know what I'm saying, to do the righteous acts and not, you know, do what's wrong, you know, because this world is carnal. This world right now is under wicked rulership. So there's a lot of things that we could do that are wrong if we're not in the scripture, that we're not studying to show ourselves approved, that we're not doing the thing that we should be doing according to this truth, according to the scripture that is given to us, with the mindset given to us by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I spoke on studying to show ourselves approved. 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth. So if we're studying, if we're in the word, if we're praying, if we're, you know, fasting, if we're doing the righteous acts, if we're putting forth the effort, if we're passionate about this, then we don't need to worry, you know, doubt or fear about what we have, that we're preaching and teaching, and we don't have to debate it, because we know that it's not coming from us. It's coming from the spirit that is on us to do this work. So we're not out here arguing with nobody. We're not debating it, and we're not trying to see, you know, who's right and who's wrong, and who has the word and who doesn't. We're doing the righteous acts. We're doing what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is speaking through us to do, and we're not trying to debate or argue with anyone. And that brings me to Titus 3:9. And it reads, it says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. You know, so once again, the things that we have been taught, we're not gonna, you know, entertain anything that is foolish. you know, people scoff and mock daily. When you put forth your lessons, people are gonna scoff. They're gonna, you know, make it seem like you don't know the right things. That they're gonna put up things that they're, you know, have been reading, you know, outside of, you know, the Bible itself and the Apocrypha. They're gonna put up things that they've read in other books, you know what I'm saying, that are only allowing them to be misled and misguided, you know, because they're not true books of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand this. We're not in this to be, you know, as the apostles and other elder brothers and brothers that have been preaching for a long period of time, too deep. We're one deep. We're doing the work as we know, as we've been getting it through the studying and through, you know, the revelation through the Spirit that we have. We're preaching and teaching on our level. We're not trying to be out here trying to create things that are out of thin air and trying to make people believe it. We're only preaching what we know and what have been given through us through the Spirit. So we're not out here arguing and debating about it. And my last and final scripture is from James 1:13-14, and it says, "Let no man say that he is tempted. I am tempted of, you know, Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed." You know, so leaning to your own understanding can get you, you know, tempted and doing things against this truth, against this word, against what we know that we should be doing righteously unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So don't say that, you know, you've been tempted, you know, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just know that it is your flesh that you're being led by. It's this wicked place that you've been led by, because you've taken yourself from the covering, and now you've allowed yourself to be utilized by those wicked spirits. So I'm not trying to go against what I started with, but I'm just saying, you know, that will cause you to argue, because you now are leaning to your own understanding. You are now thinking that you know more than what you really know. And now you're going to try to prove to everyone that you are this particular person. Now you've become arrogant. Now you've become something that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not using. You are now thinking that you're more than who you are. We are vessels. We are being utilized. So we're not out here debating. We're not out here arguing. When someone is doing that, that's them leaning to their own understanding, because like I said, even Yahushua was not out here arguing with people about the truth. He was only giving it to those that desired it, that wanted to receive it, and wanted to have it, you know, in order to be closer to him and the Father. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're about. We're not about arguing. We're not about debating. And we're about our Father's business. And with that being said, that is the conclusion of my lesson. I pray that all that were listening were edified. And as always, and anytime, you know, me and any other brother that is in this truth and that is in this faith, that is doing the work, we give praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakakadash. And until my next lesson, Shalom.